We live?
Hi everybody.
We're live.
Yeah, here we are. We are going to be playing Productions. We have Mike and Jade, and I'm Shelby. And yeah, so how do we play this, Mike?
Goal of the game. In Glass Road, you will produce glass over 4 building periods. Aside from glass, you will need to produce bricks and collect wood and clay to build buildings. Only the value of your buildings will determine your final score and whether you win the game or not. To accomplish this task, you will need the help of a variety of specialists, which are these cards, 15 of them. When choosing your specialists, try to anticipate which ones your opponents will choose to use your own more effectively. So we've completed the setup for 3 players. There is a slightly different setup for 4, mostly involving flipping this board and having more buildings available. Oh, you're going to make me the first player.
You've got the rules, so.
Fabulous. A little goblet here. It doesn't have any wine in it.
No.
I mean, it's not my style.
But it's glass. See, it's Glass Road.
All right. So anyway, we're playing the introductory version at the moment with some of the buildings are out of play temporarily. So we build a variety of buildings over 4 building periods. You begin the game with 3 start buildings that are on your card. You can upgrade them later. There are 3 types of building tiles. There's the process buildings in blue. There's immediate buildings with a one-time effect in the light tan. And there's bonus buildings to provide bonus points at the end of the game for various accomplishments in the dark brown. Building costs are depicted on the left side of the building, and matching the resource tiles that are on your dials. For instance, the cooperage, it costs 1 wood, 2 bricks. I don't know if there's a cooperage out here, but anyway, these are the costs and resources down the left side. The name of the building, its point value is on the bag, and then it has an ability in the center, and their symbolic abilities of converting resources, sort of thing. For at least they have pictures, so you don't have to try to interpret wild symbols. And by the way, these little wooden tokens of resources that are on our dials came blank, and they provided a sheet of stickers with the appropriate symbol on there, so it helps with the colorblind type situation that you can do symbol recognition if you can't recognize the color. So that's pretty handy. Good, well done there, Mayfair. So you need wood, glass, clay, and bricks to build buildings. You can get wood and clay directly from your specialist cards. To produce glass and bricks, you need a series of goods. Production wheels are used to indicate the number of goods you have. One on top represents your glassworks tile on top. The one on the bottom represents your brickworks. So glass and wood are located on the glassworks wheel, bricks and clay on the brickworks. A few other buildings require other resources like water. There's a charcoal and food token on both production wheels. Whenever the brown sector 0 is empty, as depicted, so you notice the little arrows are opposite the colors of your resources, is empty, the production wheel immediately has to be rotated in clockwise order. However, there's one minor restriction to this. Oh boy. See page 7. So you have to stop what you're doing and go see the restriction. Why they can't bother to put that restriction right there instead of making you turn a page and then have to come back. And I really find that very annoying with everybody that writes rules. Add a page, pay the money. So many games like that. It's unbelievable. And then I have to go looking for what? A production wheel minor restriction. Whenever both brown sectors of a production wheel are empty. At the same time, immediately rotate that wheel by one sector in clockwise order indicated by the arrow. Continue to do so as long as both brown sectors are empty. This is the restriction mentioned on page 4. Just a little itty bitty. All right, so gee, we have reminder arrows. Okay, in the previous example, when you swipe these things, apparently it pushes the resources into the adjacent spot.
Oh, that's clever.
According to the picture, when you rotate it once from the start position, it pushes the yellow in. Well, it pushed it all the way to black in the example.
Pushing.
Okay. Five basic goods on the glassworks wheel and only 3 on the brickworks. Let's have a look at what happened due to real rotation. Before, we had 2 quarts sand, 2 quarts, 1 food, 2 charcoal. Before. I don't understand why it moved yellow 2 spaces. Oh, okay. So here's what happens. Push the wheel 1. And the previous example, the brown sector 0 is empty as depicted. The production wheel immediately has to be rotated clockwise order. The arrows on the pointers remind you of the direction of rotation. So, in the previous example, the brown sector 0 became empty after moving the quartz sand token. Therefore, the glassworks wheel has to be rotated by 1 sector.
So like the quartz went up, moved their. Then because this is the brown sector, empty, rotated. Sector was not empty.
Okay, there.
Therefore, you lost a resource.
That's what happened due to the wheel rotation in the example. Before we had 2 quartz sand, 1 food, 2 charcoal, 3 water, and 4 wood. Now we have 1 fewer of each of them. We only have 1 quartz sand, 0 food, 1 charcoal, 2 water, and 3 wood. In exchange, glass went from 0 to 1. The glass token is on the other side of the pointer. This represents the production process. We produced 1 refined goods out of 5 basic goods. Ay, ay, ay. Another important aspect of a glass road is its card mechanism. Cards. 2 abilities. Beginning of each building period, you would choose a hand of 5 specialist cards. And the cards will be played over 3 card rounds. If you play a specialist card that no other player has left in their hand, you'll be able to use both of its abilities. However, if at least one other player has a card left in their hand, each will only use 1 of the 2. See page 6. Resolving a specialist card. A page of how to do that. The game goes through 4 building periods. 3 card rounds. Each building period consists of 3 card rounds. So 3 rounds of 5 cards each. At the beginning of each building period, choose 5 specialist cards, one of them that are available. 5 in your hand, set the other 10 aside face down. You may always choose from the full set of specialists, regardless of the cards chosen in the previous building period. Alright, that was badly explained. So you get a full set in previous. In each previous, you only get 15, 5, 5, and 5. Alright, over the course of 3 card rounds, each of you will pick a card from your hand, place it face down in front of you, and you will reveal the cards one by one. Resolve them immediately. One by one, turning them face up, and resolve them immediately. Details are on page 8. Whenever you reveal a specialist card, your opponents must check to see if they have a copy in their hands. If they do, they must play their copy immediately. It's the cards that you must play from hand and indentations on the right of. There are only 2 such indentations. That means that per building period, there's only 4 of them. You can only play 2 cards from hand outside your turn. Okay. So those are for the 2 that are activated by other players, not for the ones you're playing yourself. If there's still space for another card when the indentation, you may not refuse to play a card from hand when forced to. Once both of your indentations are used, you may not and cannot play a card from hand outside of your turn. Okay, got that. So only 2 cards can be forced by being duplicate. Otherwise, playing your own cards, you get to play all 5 of them. Immediately resolve the card you revealed or played from your hand. Also explained in greater detail on page. Next player must then reveal the card in front of them, repeating the process until all picked cards have been revealed. After all the picked specialist cards have been revealed and resolved, set the revealed cards aside, face up. Leave the card you are forced to play in the indentations. Proceed with another card round by picking a new hand card and placing it in front of you. Current building period ends after 3 card rounds. Important details on the card rounds. In all 3 card rounds, reveal your face down cards in clockwise order, beginning with the player who has the start player goblet building period. Resolve the cards in clockwise order as well. The first one to resolve their card is the player who has placed it face down. Then the players who are forced to play a copy resolve theirs. Quite often 2 or more players will pick the same card. Another player reveals a card that you have placed face down in front of you. Explicitly may not reveal your card. It stays face down in front of you until it's your turn to reveal a card. Okay, so you don't pop your face down cards if they're if you know that they're a duplicate. Only if they're in your hand. Still in your hand. Go here. At the end of a building period, some players may have 1 or 2 cards left in their hand that cannot be played in this building period anymore. Oh, there's only 3 card rounds, and you have 5 cards in your hand. That would be the. All right, so resolving the cards. Each specialist has 2 abilities. Description of all the specialist cards found on page 8 and following in greater detail. They have a similar layout. Some of them provide landscape tiles. It's groves or ponds. Other ones provide goods depending on the number of landscape tiles you have. Goods can be used to build buildings. Many specialist cards have entry fees. The other ones remove forest tiles from your landscape. This makes room for new building and landscape tiles. In resolving, there's an important distinction. Whenever you are the only one to resolve a specific specialist card, you may use both abilities of that card in any order. You may not, however, use one of them twice. Whenever you reveal your card and at least another player plays a copy of that card from their hand, you and the involved players may only use one of the 2 abilities. You got that? Well, when you
somebody
when
plays,
we get our card face down, and I'm the first player. I reveal one. You have no duplicates in your hand. I get to use both abilities.
Right.
If one of you is forced to put one in the slot, I play one ability and you play one. So you actually, if you want to get maximum abilities played out of your 5 cards, you need to anticipate that the other players have got them and what they've played in order to play all 5 cards, because you're otherwise only going to play 3 cards. I see how this goes. All right. It doesn't matter what your opponent chooses. You decide individually which single ability you want. You can only use each ability once. You may refuse to use a card ability. You may even play a card and not use it at all. However, it is completed played. Have an entry fee on their left. You have to pay this fee before using its abilities. Even if you may use both of its abilities, you only have to pay the entry fee once. So what are these entry fees? Oh, I see, the resources. If you were the only one to play the charcoal burner, you would have to pay 1 wood to get 3 plus 3 equals charcoal, both abilities. You have to pay 1 to get 3 charcoal. Probability will have leftover cards in their hand. At the end of a building period, refill the buildings and pass the start player goblet. Building period ends after 3 card rounds. So, how do you pay? You spin to pay? I see. I'm gonna get to that next.
I think you move your.
Oh, I see. You move it from 3 to a 2.
Yeah, I can move them backwards and forwards.
I see. Silly me. Okay. So, end of the 3rd building, the start player goblet has to be passed to the player with the fewest buildings on their landscape board. In case of a tie, pass the start player goblet to the next player in clockwise order. Okay. Details on rotating the production wheels. Mentioned in intro, some specialist cards may provide goods as indicated by the goods tokens on the production wheels. Both wheels have 2 areas, and each of these areas has 1 brown sector. Oh, I see. Into 2 areas. The large areas for the basic goods, small areas for the refined goods. Whenever both brown sectors of production wheel are empty at the same time, which is not the case. Oh, so that's why if your card says move this up by gain 2 sand, this becomes empty and that's empty, and immediately have to rotate it. Got it.
But it also means.
Correct. Whenever both browns are, you cannot prevent the wheel from being rotated. You may not rotate a production wheel unless both brown sectors. You may not rotate a production wheel unless both brown sectors are empty. You may not rotate the wheels in the middle of a transaction, i.e., when paying building costs of a building or gaining goods via an action. A wheel might have to be rotated multiple times in a row. This is considered a single process and may not be interrupted by anything else. Small tip, wood and clay are important building materials. When you run out of them, it may happen that the next wood or clay you gain causes the wheel to be rotated, making you lose the gained good as soon as you get it. To prevent this from happening, you may consider leaving food or charcoal intentionally on 0 as a sort of wheel stopper. Yikes. Okay, we're not done with the complications.
I can.
Continuing anytime actions may be carried at any time during the game, do not require a card. As soon as you finish every action before starting another one, anytime actions may literally be carried out at any time, especially outside your turn. Different ones are the top row of the building board displays processing buildings. Once you have built such a building, you may do the depicted trade indicated by the blue ability box at any time during the game, even multiple times in a row. So we don't start with any of those. You have to build one of those. We only start with the basics ones, don't we? Okay, for instance, you may, if you have this one they show cooperage, you may trade 1 wood for 2 water with a cooperage whenever you like. Every single trade is considered an action and may cause wheel rotation. You may remove landscape tiles, pits, groves, ponds from your landscape board at any time during the game, but may not rearrange them. Anytime action, pits, groves, and ponds. May use the free space for other purposes. An example below, you might remove the pond to make room for a new building. Forest tiles, on the other hand, can only be removed with the help of certain specialist cards or buildings. Building tiles cannot be removed at all.
So once there, you're stuck.
The abilities of the processing buildings may seem unimpressive, yet they are very important as you can use them over and over again for the remainder of the game. If you take advantage of them, you can really jumpstart your game. Okay. Specialist cards and building. First value indicates what you will get for the card when you use one of its abilities. Second value indicates what you will get if you use both of its abilities. So you all players have access to the buildings on the building board. You can play the feudal lord to get private access to a set of 3 buildings that only you can build, your private offer. When using this building, draw a building tile from each stack of the building, place it face up in front of you. Its other ability provides 1 wood and 1 clay. So where is the feudal lord? Add 1 building from each stack to your private offer.
But yeah.
Well, you can get that, but then you don't get the second one if somebody else. You can gain new landscape tiles by using the pit worker, forest manager, or pond builder. On top of that, you will get 1 clay with the pit worker, 1 wood from the forest manager. It really provides a number of goods equal to the landscape tiles you have respective type. You can always choose from 2 options. Pit worker provides quartz, sand, or clay. The forest manager, food or wood. So forest manager. Oh, the slash mark means either or.
Yeah.
Other weird. Any other weird symbol? Slash markers is either or. Self-explanatory. Cultivator provides a landscape tile of your choice. The other ability allows you to build a building. So the cultivator is build a building, right? Anybody else that builds a building? Cultivator, supplier builds 1, carpenter builds 1, builder builds 1. So there's 4 build a building type. Oh. Alright, so how does building work? When a specialist card allows you to build a building, you may build any of the available buildings on the building board or one of the buildings from your private offer, paying its building costs. Most of the buildings are built with wood, glass, clay, or bricks. Empty spaces on the building board will be refilled at the end of the building period. 3 card rounds per building period. So, building tiles that show a wooden structure on the left, where the building costs are printed, have to be placed on an empty space of your landscape board when built. Empty spaces show a wooden structure. No.
Looks like something.
It's the background is wood.
Oh,
I think we took out all the stone building.
Yeah.
That's a stone building.
Different.
It's the background picture.
Yeah.
Okay, so wooden structure on the left where the building costs are printed have to be placed on an empty space of your landscape board when built. Building tiles that show a brick pattern instead are upgrades and have to be placed on top of the indicated start building. So the brick ones upgrade your... Upgrading a start building does not increase your number of buildings. You already have buildings. Changes the ability. Forest hut is an upgrade for the forest glassworks. There you go. We don't have any upgrades.
This one just is replaced.
Beside the cultivator, 3 more specialist cards to build buildings. So to use the carpenter, you have to be able to remove a forest. Cost. We'll build a building and do a wood. But then the building, use the building thing, you have to be able to pay costs. So I see this is going to take a little studying. Removing a forest tile is mainly a good thing. It makes room for new buildings. 2 more specialist cards besides the carpenter removes forest tiles. If you remove a forest tile with the slash and burn farmer, you'll get 2 charcoal and or 2 wood. If you do so with the woodcutter, you'll get 2 or 4 wood. The next 5 specialist cards are mainly used to collect goods. They all have entry fees. Make sure to choose enough specialist cards with building abilities for the final building period. It's quite likely other players will pull some of them from your hand at a time when you do not have all the building materials you need. Result in your being unable to acquire buildings you plan to get. The number of landscape tiles is supposed to be unlimited. Improvise if you run out.
Well, I know we're playing with the. Said we're like good for the first game.
Okay, so that's.
But we have all the other.
That's everything except counting up your victory points. So we're not going to bother with that part. So until we get to that part. So go back to the how the game's played by rounds. Flow of play. Over the course of 3 card rounds. So the first thing is to put 5 cards in your hand, set the other 10 cards aside. Alright, so that's kind of not knowing what the heck. What do things cost?
Brick, glass.
Lots of wood.
2 wood, 2 glass, 2
Oh,
clay,
we start with 4 wood.
2
though,
wood,
so.
1 clay. 2 wood, 3 clay, and 2 bricks. Expensive one.
So.
Wood and 3 clay.
I don't know what the heck.
Oh, I know. That is one victory.
Wow, this is weird. So, what the heck? I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here, but ooh, I see.
2 rounds.
Oh, I see. That's
So that's touching each other.
Oh, and you don't necessarily get to play all the cards unless you're duplicates of other players' cards. Oh, that's. I think so. Here's my 5. And then I decide to play one. Okay, so. Huh. Indeed. Well, let's just find out right away. I'm going to play this one.
Well, you're first, so.
Well, we all have to put one down.
Yeah, we all did.
So I go first.
Yeah.
Carpenter. Everybody has a carpenter in their hand?
No.
I get both abilities?
Yes.
So I get a wood. I get to build a building.
You have to remove one of the sets of cost.
So, which is interesting. So what do I want to convert? That converts that into that. I think I will pay one. Those. Get a sand producer.
We replace right away?
No, at the end of the building round. Not worth any victory points, but oh, there's a lot of them that are some others that are zeros. So that was both of mine.
The supplier. Damn it.
Do
So Noah, you go first with that and do one, and that. Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to be out there. That in my hand. Well, now I know you've both played it.
I'll take.
So I get one sand.
one. Have to
Rotate. It zeros both brown spots.
Yep.
All right. Well, you have to do.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying.
So I can convert a wood to 2 sand. Can't. That pushes sand up. Oh, makes it to 0. I can convert a wood to 2 sand. I see, you got to stay ahead of that.
And then the fuel collector.
Yep.
You pay the cost. So you guys.
Cost is 1 water.
Yep.
And I'll get 1 black per card in my hand.
You choose production.
Say something. You take food.
Well, I gained 3, so I could actually could split, but
Right. Comment. Tell.
all right. So it's over to me again.
We're all gonna play.
So what do you do with the? Where's the glasswork? Oh, I see. I see what the problem is. Okay, so that's interesting. All right, so I'll do that. All right, so I am doing slash and burn farmer. Anybody got slash and burn farmer? Well then, got to pay the costs. I will get 2 of these. 1, 2, which causes to move this. Oh, I see where the problem is now.
Once you figure it out, it's very cool.
Yeah, very definitely a problem.
Coal burner.
Burn the wood. Get 2 of that.
I do.
You suck.
Well, you do too.
Okay. Wood.
We both basically spend a wood and gain 3. The water carrier. Okay.
A pan of oatmeal.
Water.
Sand or wood.
Now we're picking again.
Some of us only have 1 card left.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you
So,
pay. That's how you play
she
all
doesn't-
5 of your cards.
Yeah, so if Jade doesn't match one of ours, you last card.
Vice
Yeah.
versa.
Yeah.
So
It's already picked
Pit
up.
worker. No pit workers
No
out
pit
there?
worker.
Oh, I get them both. So it and play. Well, it's either or.
there's still a pit on both.
No, it's per.
Oh,
It's
a
income
gain.
per.
Okay.
So I get 1 of those, which causes my wheel to move. 1 sand or 1 per. Sand I don't need, so I have 3 pits, right? 3 causes this to move.
Oh,
I don't
play
know what I'm-
worker. Okay, cool.
Because we have no cards in
Four.
hand, so we wouldn't.
Alright.
Man, everybody got lots of brick going.
Oh.
Alright, mine last one is fish farm.
Nope.
Well, one.
And lots
3 in.
We run around. You don't get
Do
to
you play that card?
That
Yeah.
card goes away.
So we have to pick the ones we have.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the heck, but
Jade's gonna be the player.
no. No, it's not another building card round. So that's the only. Yeah, we don't replace buildings until the new building round. No, we don't change first players until this is a card round, not a building
Okay.
round. We don't change this or this until the next building round. Each
Which is
building
after
round
three.
is 3 card rounds. So what does it take to build? What fancy glass thing, brick thing? Build it. That's just sucky. Requires wood. Gosh, a lot. Huh. Build a building. Therein lies the problem. I burned off all my wood to build sand. No building for me. Well, that makes a whole lot of decisions. Okay, then. Yeah.
We'll see.
That card, that card. That card. Three. And that card. All right. So I'm hitting it again. Well, since I know this one's not going to be duplicated, one of the, at that point I have a supplier. So I get to get 2 wood and then build a building. 2 wood and 2, what's it? 2, 2, 2. Oh, it's 3. Oops. I'll have 3. And 2. Read that wrong. It's upside down. Oh. That's the 2, 2, 2. I knew there was. I thought there was 0 goes to 0. This goes to 0. And I gain this building.
Carpenter.
Carpenter, you say? Oh. Didn't 0 anything. Screwed that up. Okay. Okay.
Woodcutter. Okay.
Go fish.
The forest down.
Yep. Down.
Into
Down
wood.
to wood.
Well, now that I'm here and I screwed that up entirely, it's just totally screwed. I messed Messed up, but that's the way it goes. All right, feudal lord.
You knew it.
I did.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going to take away buildings that you guys might want.
So you take from the stack
Oh, you do?
back to
One
the
of each.
rules.
One building from each stack.
Yeah.
Or I get resources.
Yeah.
I can't build. I didn't put any more building cards in my.
Oh.
That's. I thought I had 2 building cards in my thing, so I'm going to take a resource. Because I have no building cards to build them with.
Right.
That's why I say I screwed it. I thought I had 2.
I'm going to also course.
Fish farmer.
Move your Alright. I have the pond building. Okay. Use the pond.
No, no, either that or resources per pond.
If you want.
No, 2 water.
Okay.
Nope, I only have 1 card left. Hey, imagine that! I get to play all my cards again. Because I keep matching Shelby.
Sure.
This is a weird game. This is going to take a while.
That is a little strange.
Over to me. Play worker. Pay 1 water. Gain 2 and 2 twice.
Jade?
Water carrier.
Okay. Here's the
Nope.
and then I get to build building.
What kind of resource?
So on this builder's hut, I have to get rid of.
Yeah, as in any time. All right. Be weird. Oh, let's see. Wow.
Oh, that's the end. Yeah, it's right at the
Okay.
beginning.
I'm sure this will start things up for the builder. See, that's what everybody will do. So,
It's only
I
left
want
line.
this one, which is 2. So,
Did you spend your
okay, this thing says happen as soon as I play it.
yeah? It's like this one is 7.
On each adjacent empty space. So they have the description. This is the Grove Court.
No, he doesn't. You have matching color. I have not.
Immediately
Right,
place
go
one
one
grove
person
on
by
each empty
person,
space
so
that
we
is
don't
adjacent
have
to this building. G4. What does G4 mean? CG4, whatever the heck G4 means. Of course, what's adjacent is the question I have. Diagonal adjacent? What is G4?
Yeah. It would,
It has an asterisk. So
and,
maybe. So there's asterisks mean what?
Astro.
No, it's in the description of the
Oh.
Grove Court, it's asterisked.
Oh.
And neither do I. Here we go again. Okay. Upgrade. Goods. Horizontal or vertical? G4. There's G4. Where's the asterisk? Buildings you should use in an interactive game are indicated by an asterisk. Here and here. All right. So that explained diagonal is not adjacent.
You are playing.
Correct. Playing the collector.
Fuel collector.
Card. Enter. Going to turn down. I was going to build. So, well, my hand was forced.
Not
Okay.
his fault.
Alright.
I did that deliberately.
Alright.
It worked. All right, so I think I'm somewhat limited in what I can do. Because everything requires all that wood.
No
No.
kidding.
No.
Cultivator. You
It's your
don't-
hand only.
It's
Yeah.
hand only. So I get one of everything in a build, or one of them and build. Nice. I have no
There's no
paid
cost.
cost. I would like a pond. Would like to build the 0 wood cost 3, whatever these are. Is victory point for every 3,
Yeah.
but it's a building. Trying to build building. What I just played the
But
cultivator.
it was face
It was
down.
face
Oh,
down,
was
so,
it?
Yeah.
Oh, looky there. That
That's why
how you
I
get it.
benefited both of us.
Yeah.
Nice timing. Only going to get one more thing. What do I want? Thing. This. Okay.
Yep. So, no. It's just that's exactly what you get for this.
3. Thank
Okay.
you.
My card is Crash and Burn Farmer.
Yep.
Alright.
Forest manager.
No.
No.
Oh, I get them both. So, bottom one is wood per forest. Forest, like a top one to make a forest. Wood. It. Wood. Then I am going to gain 5 wood.
There. Okay.
Light worker. And then
Yeah.
okay.
All right,
Sand.
so then,
Sand. How people eat sand.
as long as they're not doing something else with sand that we could be acquainted with. And I will expletive the.
Alright. I also have Pit Worker.
Oh.
He was face down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so these are burned. Okay, we get our whole
going to
hand for the next
take-
building phase.
Put
All
it
right, so then we'll
there,
turn
and
at
then-
the end of the building period, refill the buildings. Pass this.
One,
To the third building.
four,
3-player game only. Okay, so building period ends after 3 card rounds. Refill the spaces. Pass the start goblet to the next player in clockwise order.
Play 4 of these card rounds?
3 card rounds. Well, you play 4 building rounds. That's the
That's
first
what I
building
meant.
rounds.
4 building rounds. Okay, 4 building rounds. So
Yeah, but in the last,
Michael gets
in the
to
3
go
player,
first
at the end of the
the
third
second
building
time.
period, the start player goblet goes to the player with the fewest buildings. Instead of just automatically to me.
okay.
It might go to me if I'm the
If
fewest.
you have the fewest.
Or if in case of
Yeah.
a tie, it goes to me.
Okay.
Alright, so. Oh, these are. That's victory point. That's victory point. They're all victory point oriented. Okay, I got it. Yeah, so I'm going to be. Ooh. We finished good.
Out of them.
No
Way to
finished
produce some more.
goods. That counts. No. I would, yeah. I saved that for the last move so I could. Or I start the game. Wood. Your wood supplies out there, boy.
Not
Good enough, you say?
good enough.
Not good enough? Yeah. So what? Oh, what good? Oh, I see what the problem is. In order to make that finished good, I have to get that thing out of that spot. I got it. Starting to get this, sort of. Hmm.
A different.
Oh, that's gonna mess me up. So that one needs to be in. That one needs to be in there. That one needs to be in. And that one. Okay. Here we go. We're off to the races. We gotta put one face down, don't we? Okay. Ooh, that.
Supplier.
Supplier. No.
No. And every player
yep.
gets one.
I can't get any more wood.
So,
The wood filled the blank.
Fuel collector.
Oh. Oops.
Or
Your red token on the wrong side.
No.
Oh no, it's in the it's in the.
I'm just slowly moving
So you're
around
done?
the circle. Yes, I'm finished.
Feudal Lord.
Nope.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's okay.
Next.
Better. Great.
Okay.
Great.
Flash and burn.
Yep.
Burn.
Burn down a forest. I see how this is. So if I take, I have to do 2 of these, or I can do charcoal ether. I get it. Ooh. So I want to do food. And then I have carpenter. Build something, and then I will get a wood. So that's going to work. Don't have anything. I wanted to build the wood. This guy. 7 waters. Then I will get a wood. That's my second thing. One more thing to do, huh?
On a bell there.
Hmm?
One water per
I have water carrier. Okay.
I can't get any of these 3. So these go away.
Yeah.
Forever. Forever and ever.
Yeah, it's your private stash. So.
Guess it's advantageous to sitting here. Doable. Okay, over to me. Cultivator.
Nope.
Wouldn't have thought so. So, really care about the building. I don't. So, 5 wood. Do anything. Won't be anything in water. Ow. Top those out. That's out. That's out. Out, that's out. And that's out. So yes, it's 2 water for the clay lake, which gains 7 of whatever this is. And then I can gain 1 of any particular, I don't like them. So what am I gaining? That pretty much did it, didn't it? It's fiber. Well, that one. That. I'll do that. I'll have that one. This one's just crazy. So I'll do that one and just see what happens. And what do I want to do first? That one.
Feudal lord.
Gee, I wonder if anybody else has that.
Pond builder. Pond. And then
Fuel collector. Wood and 4 of these. Twice. So now I got some glass. Okay. Improve the situation dramatically. Since I have glass, were used.
assume you.
Oh. Yeah, I see. I see how you're looking at that. All right, so let's do this just for fun.
Coal burner.
Say coal burner.
Coal.
Nope.
Worker.
Mm-mm. Over to me. Supplier. Oh, so I'm going to build and then decide. I think this is 3 wood. 3 of these. I will take and I gain 2 of something. So if I gain one of each, I will turn the dial. So I'm gaining food, so you eat one. So we'll turn the production dial, which could be interesting. All right. What can I do? That's pretty much it, but I'll do what I can. I see how the creating finished goods makes. The object obviously will be to fill up your entire board with buildings.
Or buildings.
If you get for adjacent,
Yeah.
yes. I'm not buying any of those. I'm not playing clever landscape. I don't know if these areas or anything else are worth victory points, but
To build my soup kitchen.
a soup kitchen. Isn't that sweet of you? All right, what are you doing? New.
Oh.
And you ran out of resources. All right, so over to me, forest manager.
Yes.
Me too.
So I get one of them. So the question is, I think that's really not much of a question. I want food per. So I have 4 food. 2, which causes this dial to move here. Let's. All right. Go.
Deal. Go.
Oh. So now that I've got resources of this type, how many resources I have? It's pretty tragic.
Carpenter.
First, or do whatever first.
I will build first. Let's go ahead and spend.
Killing.
Um,
Killing. It's a killing.
It's
I
whatever.
know. A killing.
A killing. Nope.
There's no I in between the L and I N. It's killing. Killing.
Killing.
Silly.
Killing.
Where
in
did
our
you dig her
forest
up?
already. I don't
Middle
know.
school.
2 wood. Clay.
Just. And then you're playing your card.
Oh.
Card. Flyer.
Nope.
We gain 1 food.
Okay. I can.
Food typically not a cost for building, so helps produce goods. Yeah, I can't do it about that. Is right. You don't get to put one face down yet. I haven't played mine. That needs to be in your hand. But what happens if it's this card?
Then I will pick it.
I just paid.
One clay and three brick.
I want. Oh, it was the one up in the. I wanted bridge.
Water carrier. You do. Well, that's unfortunate. Either way, it's A1 food. Either want. Get 2 water for sure. Okay.
Builder.
Go.
Oh, because moved.
Oh, then it moved. Woodcutter.
And I have builder. No,
Oh,
you already had yours
Weird,
face
yeah.
down at the same time. All right, so I can buy that. Oh, but I got to pay a food. Okay, so food right here.
One.
Have a break. Okay, so I'm going to pay 2 to get this guy. I can pay. Have that. Doesn't have no more clay to build. Nope. No. Something. That's kind of interesting. Is clay, and everything. Okay. What did I just build? Oh. For used. Built the clinker plant. Long pipe. And do I want to convert? I do want to convert a pond right now. Two of these. Move that. Move that. Okay.
Clay work.
Cultivator. Alright. And
Done. Clay worker.
nope.
One water. Of 4 clay. So that's pretty nice.
That's that.
Okay. Oh, I see. Wow. New wrinkle. New wrinkle in the old games. Hey. Okay. Well. Problem. Okay. Don't need to do that. That's correct. All right, so down card I need. That one comes up first.
Alright. Full burner. Here. 6 here.
Over to me, carpenter. Into wood, and I'm building a building. As I recall, and it's
Lord.
Oh no, I can't do that. Oh, I can't do that either, you idiot. That's what I do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. There we go.
Over to me, woodcutter.
Yep.
2 wood. I got rid of the last forest, which was mainly.
Forest.
Yep. What do I want? One wood per. Well, gee. Yeah, this. Okay, so what do I need to do to cause this to work? Let's see. Instant action. Build. Each. Then I will play this card.
Okay. Ready?
That work.
Fish farmer.
Fish farmer.
Weird, I still don't have one in my hand.
Which is the reason why I bought. Okay, so I want this one to rotate. Ooh, that one's not going to rotate already. That one. Then I get 2, which causes this to rotate. Get 1 per, so it's 1 more. That's Wow, what a choice. What do I want to do first? That's what I want.
Ready?
Sure.
Supplier.
Supplier, you say? Yes. Yeah.
No.
Wow, that's going to be
Something
a royal
I
pain
need.
in the ass. You had to do that. Yeah. That's the other. Yeah, that's the thing.
Which is
I'm okay.
To build anything, you have to take. Now, you built. And I think I'm gonna build something. Anything with clay. But I can build one brick, wood, plant. I get to play mine, which is Feudal Lord.
okay.
That's what I'm doing with it. More options for the last go round here.
Unbuilder.
I got it. Well now. Pond. I need a pond. I will immediately convert said pond. Okay. Wheel turning. All right, so did you play your card? You did. Pond builder, yes. Well, let's see. Oh, I'm not play both of these cards down. Can't put more. So I'm going to get both of these. How convenient. Question is, let's do this.
Play with the basic ones.
Yeah, we didn't do
Okay.
any of the upper
Yeah.
buildings. Well, actually, we need some more center building.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just draw one at random because no more built. Yeah, there's going to be one more round, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. These ones actually.
Well, they're all
Yeah,
going to.
they're all
Because
going.
there's still feudal lords, and
Yeah.
so we'll put these on the bottom.
Because I didn't think we would go through buildings.
Well, we didn't want to put them all on as a big giant stack anyway.
Yeah, that's
And these are the advanced buildings. They suggest for the introductory game that they get placed last.
okay. That was my only question.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a card down for your second round. Yeah. Builder, you say. Oh,
So I'm going
Oh.
to pay. I'm going one brick.
Hmm.
Indeed.
that would have been nice to have had a while back.
A while back.
Back in the beginning.
Yeah.
Forests.
Great.
Gone, 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 gone.
Gone. Over me. Your turn. Go ahead.
Clay worker.
Nope.
Yes.
A1 water. Get 2 clay. I wanted 4 clay. You.
Then move.
I gotta move this one. Was side benefit.
Cultivator.
Nope.
No. Well, I can't put one down anyway, even if I did have it. Because you have to play 3 cards face down. That's why they say you can't match if you
And
put 2.
I'm not.
Okay. Last card. Useless card.
Well, I don't know if mine's completely useless, but
I have the carpenter.
Nope.
can't pay for them. Yeah, that was part of the problem with having 3 forest cards in your per go round. Nobody. So you're gonna have to. What is it? Where can you build a fort?
Can't.
I think in the advanced buildings.
Maybe you can.
All right, over to me. Pit worker. So I get both. Get a pit. A clay. I get a choice, and clay is definitely in short supply. I'm going.
A charcoal burner.
Nope.
In my last hand. That. Want that. I don't want any of these that are sitting in front of me from this stupid. What's out here? Anything worthwhile? I don't want that. That's not worth it. That's none of those are worth it. Diddly squoot. Oh, jeez. All right. We'll go for the gusto.
Clay worker.
Well,
Huh. Weird.
I think I already played that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Builder.
Yeah. Not to do action.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you can choose not.
Yeah. Because it cost me 1 food, which I had. Fortunately, I can only build 1 building instead of 2. Because I had my eyes on building 2. 7 food on 1 production. Wow. Or 7. Yep. Pretty sure that's what I wanted. 1 clay, 2 brick. Build 7 wood. to do it. Do it this way, just to see. It's not gonna.
Okay, fuel collector.
Yep.
Nope.
Pay 1 water.
Water, and I will take.
Per card in hand.
Alright.
It's over to me. Cultivator.
Nope.
Oh, so I get tile and a build. Matter much. Pawn down. Work the pawns. Then I get to build. Didn't like any of it. You have eagles. Where's the victory points? Victory points per and per. Okay, so per use, per continue. I need the 1 brick, 1 clay, 1 wood. Okay. I'm trying to fill the whole board with buildings.
What are you? Oh, you.
She's the
fish
last
farm,
person
right?
in the
I
turn.
thought-
Fish farm, you say?
Fish
No.
farmer.
What do I want to do for my last one? Well, that's kind of obvious. That one. Because this one I can't pay for.
I know. That's what I'm like. Neither of these are.
Okay. Oh, that's what we're doing now. Okay.
Okay. Water carrier.
Nope.
Nope.
Two. And a wood. And 2 water. That's that.
Oh, so that's what that's. Okay. That actually makes something. Over to me.
Yes.
Charcoal burner.
Nope.
1 wood. 6 charcoal. So I don't think charcoal ever going to be blocking my production.
Yep.
That's a good thing.
Have carpenter.
Nope.
Holding.
Alright.
So who has the least amount of buildings?
Let's see.
Certainly not me, I bet.
6.
I have 4 plus 3. I have 7.
Oh, are we?
Count the 3.
Well, you have 7 plus 3 is 10 if you want to.
I don't know. 2, 3, 5, 6.
7 plus 3, but I mean
7,
7 that you
10.
built.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
So it's
13, 14, 15.
That was a loud count there. So you get first.
I get to go first.
So,
Again.
so you are the lowest?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
All right. Now the question is, oh, we got to replenish. Replenish. We're going to see possibly, not yet. No, no advanced buildings yet. Nope, no advanced buildings. Sorry, folks. Can't jump on any advanced buildings. So what do I really want to do? Victory point for and that. Oh, there, that was. All right, that one. Okay. Who's got a forest cost? You go to the back of the bus. Okay. Well, I can't pay for them.
I know.
It's kind of a bummer.
And at the
Kind of a bummer. Well, that won't do any good. Can't pay for that one either. So I want that one. That one. Let's do that. Do that one. Don't see that as being fully except for tough choice. Yikes! He can't pay fours. I need to. Oh, I had things. Dumbass. Okay. Then I need to place a card. She's got a card down.
Yeah, I got my card down.
I got my card.
Well, I'm not gonna look at pan, but supplier.
Supplier, no. Thought about it in a different way. So, give them. Nope. Woods.
Sure, they're in there somewhere.
It would be nice to know that you, once you've burned them, you can't back. That would have had potentially a different strategy. Maybe.
I played supplier. Okay. Well, that's a shame.
Yep. So now which way do you go? Ha ha.
Let me think. The green has 7.
Oh. So you're getting what resource?
Wood.
So we each get a wood? Okay. I don't mind that. Feudal Lord. I get them both. One and yep, I wanted to get these early.
Please.
Well, more options. Early options.
To stop the game.
Yep. Yep. That's kind of why I played it first. Figured if anybody else was using it, they'd play it first.
Yeah.
It worked perfectly, didn't it? That was very good. All right, what can I do? Do anything worthwhile? All right, fine. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to choose pop.
You're a big
That's
terrain guy
disgusting.
person. Doing a terrain thing.
And then
Yep. You don't get
use
both.
my
Oh, converter.
my clay pit to and one.
Well, I'm going to get a water per pond. And then I play this card, Cultivator.
Yep.
Well, that's all right. So I'm going to have to build, which is my only main concern. So I want wood, 2 glass, 3 clay, build spa. Nope.
Another card.
Oh, it is the last one. Oh, okay. Let's do this.
Fish farmer.
No.
Ah. Okay. I'm going to spend 2 food. And then I will gain. Yeah. That's the fish farmer.
Fish farmer. And a charcoal. 2 food. I want food there and there. Gain 1 food per pond, which is there. And let's see, do I have any conversion? Excess aside.
You can do it on
Cutter.
Nope.
Right.
No.
Okay.
So I can convert a. Don't. Convert a wood to sand, which I will do. Convert a wood to sand. Pushes this 2 spots. Okay, so let's see. I don't have much of much. Oh, I see what the problem. Dump. 4. Oops. Oh. All right, so what do I want to do first? Mm-hmm.
Cultivator.
Mm-mm.
Cool. Knock the top one and so I'm going to pay 1 wood, 3 clay. That's it for
Over to me.
Yep.
Water carrier.
I have the water.
Paying 1 on there. So I'm going to get
One there.
water, sand. Water, okay, yes, 2 water and much more valuable. Yeah.
On building. I am.
I didn't realize that little combo was possible, so that's kind of cool. Something you didn't know about the game there, Mikey. Yep.
Charcoal burner.
Charcoal burner.
Nope. I spent wood to gain 3 charcoal.
I can convert charcoal in. We'll convert water. And over to me, clay worker.
Yes.
Yes, we're
I was just preparing for the next.
clay worker.
Nope.
So you did have a clay worker. I
Mhm.
spend a water, 2 clay.
Fuel collect.
Convert clay to sand. What does it do me? There's a problem. Oh, this one has.
Okay. This card is the builder. I'm not going to.
Oh yeah. Okay. Supplier.
Nope.
So 2 resources and then build. Okay, here we go. 2 resources. Would like or wood would be cool, wouldn't it? And sand, but I will take 2 sand first. And then I will build with 1 sand this guy. Lumber storage gets me 4 lumber. Did it, didn't it?
That was the
I'm the last.
You had a
Fine.
face down card sheets.
fun. That was the
Pit
last
worker.
I had is what I was saying. I don't have it.
Yeah, well, too bad.
Yeah.
Pit worker. I got a pit worker. Yeah, 2 legs. Here we go. This is the last round.
Last round.
How many spaces? I got too many spaces to build. This hand is pretty much a loser. So the real question is, more than anything else, rude, more than possibly no. Oh, I don't have a chance. No, I am. Something. I only have 1 card I can pay for. These 4 I can't pay for. Yeah.
I realize that.
Yeah. Even if you play them, I can't pay for them. Because 3 of them are forest cards, or woods cards.
I had to spread them out.
Then I have another one that I haven't bothered to increase the resource on recently, so
I had to spread them.
let me see. Okay, yeah. I can convert that into sand, that into water. Well, I might as well just do what I can do. That's that one. That's the only one I can do.
Alright, fuel load.
Oh no.
Oh,
For your last go round.
Happy? That?
Doesn't want to make your board any different.
Yep.
Fuel collector.
no.
1 water.
I do have a fuel.
Well, I pay 1 water and then I'm going to get, I don't need any wood, so I'm going to get 4 charcoal. 1, 2, 4. Because I get victory points for having charcoal,
Forest manager.
I think.
I have a 4.
Yeah.
Down the thing. That did
Have a
it.
whole hand.
I have. Touch it. Woodcutter.
I can't pay it. You
I'm not
can't pay
using
it.
Yep.
Here comes carpenter. Can't pay for it.
No. Farmer.
No.
4.
Okay, last card is Slash and Burn.
Yep. Can't pay for it. My last one is builder. Can't pay for it.
Charcoal burner.
All right. So now, by the way, you can use all your blue squares. I noticed this prior to counting up victory points. All the conversions.
All the conversions.
So we're at the end of game.
2.
Then all players use their processing buildings any number of times before the scoring begins. So, don't think so because I am at maximum charcoal for victory points, so that doesn't. Yeah, okay. So I don't need to convert anything. So, player with the highest score wins. In case of a tie, there are multiple winners. So then we get to start counting them up. So I'm just going to let you.
So
Per sand on the wheel.
yeah, the glass.
If you don't have it, you don't have it.
Oh, you have 7 sand and
3 quarts sand and the left are worth 1.5 points. Half per sand, and you have 3 quarts sand, you are worth 1.5 points in case there's other half pointers. So I have a half a point for that one. Another point. 3, 4, 4.5 for those 3. 4.5. Then this one's.
$32.5.
No.
Okay.
46.5.
Like what? Awesome. That was cool.
It was interesting. Some cases I wasn't even paying attention to the victory points, but then when I started paying attention, I said, hey, I'm going to buy the 4 victory points. Because by themselves they're worth 4, and this one was only worth 4 because of the 4 adjacent buildings. So, but this one turned out to be worth 6 because it gets the adjacent.
Right.
So it actually, 4 is highly valuable per tile. If you look at it, there's 20 of them, and 4 times 20 is 8.
Yeah.
So if you can make all of yours worth 4 each, 80, so which is pretty improbable. So that's why it was worth 4. But then I realized that I had to buy a lot of finished goods. I have +1 and +1.
Nice.
I doubled quantity of used, and I have quite.
No, wait, that one is.
No, I mean, but I doubled. Yes, no, it was worth 1.
Okay.
This one's worth for every used one.
1, 3, 4, 5.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, whatever. I added it up as I went down per tile.
Yeah.
I just go down per tile and add up.
Pretty crazy. All right. Well, we enjoyed it, I think. You guys do too, and tune
Interesting.
in next week. Like, share, subscribe. We give away free games. Bye, guys.
Well, that